Your agency here locally is a big supporter of our chapter, PRSA Detroit.
Yes.
And so why do you guys feel it's important to support us, and what does the involvement bring to your staff?
Well, I mean, I hope first of all, there's 21,000 some members in PRSA nationally, and so you mentioned Detroit and the local market, and it is a very important market. But the one thing that I want our airfoil professionals to understand is that we are well beyond outside of the Michigan market.
Yeah.
And PRSA brings a true global view, but depending upon your age and your stage and where you are in your career, PRSA can deliver great value for an incoming professional and professional development and leadership opportunities, to being more advanced in your career, specialized sections. Like I'm on the executive board of the Counselors Academy, of which I attribute a lot of Airfoil's success and my ability to manage what has become a larger agency. Not something I totally planned for. And of course the technology section, which we are huge supporters of, because that brings another layer of professional development and access to tactics and trends and the industry perspective that, when you're working day to day on accounts, you just don't always take the time to see. And so, a PRSA bulletin pops up in your inbox, sure, and you have an opportunity to look up and think about something outside of your day-to-day work, whether you're on the client side or the agency side. We are in an industry of 21,000 professionals representing a really hot field, which is public relations. And I think PRSA is doing a great job telling that story and working with professionals of all ages and stages to get them to grow and to develop, which is, even for all of us, for me, I mean, I'm very interested in my own personal and professional growth and development. Just whatever, because of my title doesn't mean that I don't have a lot to learn or a lot to grow from. So I get that through my special section work in Counselors Academy, but it can be done at the local chapter or the national level. It's, my dad always says is what you put in is what you get out. Yeah. If you're willing to put the time in, you can get a lot out of PRSA. Or if you don't have the time, you can take a minute to watch a video or, look at an email that maybe PRSA sends or participate in a call. It's up to you.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, we're in a ever-changing landscape, and PR, the career is exciting and challenging, and things are moving so fast. Based on your experience right now, and especially with your, with the technology focus, I mean, what skills do you think are vital for today's PR person to have, and whether they're new or senior? I mean, where do people really need to be focusing on making sure they're
really difficult, yeah, to focus right now, because our industry is becoming, we're even having a hard time defining where public relations stops and starts. I think where I believe it starts is really understanding the end consumer of whatever the product is that you are promoting on behalf of your client, and by understanding, I mean that gets rooted in the strategy and the research, and really kind of becoming an anthropologist of your end audience, and you have to have a natural curiosity to be invested in that. I think a lot of PR people get caught in the trap of saying, we have to be fast moving and dynamic, and what I think now, as I've become older, PR is a lot is slowing down and then moving really fast. And that's how you get to the right strategy and taking the time to understand that target demographic. But a lot of people, I think, make the mistake of, we're going to go over here, we're going to go over here, we're going to be in this market, we're going to, now we're going to do banner ads, we're going to, and it's, yes, you may end up doing all of those things, but what is really right for that end audience, and starting there, and the person that can have the ability to do that, I think will ultimately win in the field. There are all the other things, leadership and the ability to write is still so critical. I don't care if you call it content marketing, PR writing, blogging, it doesn't matter to me, but the core, the essence of what we do, and why we're different from the marketing field, is the ability to be able to create content that really matters to the people we're trying to sell products or services to.